Hey guys, welcome to the DIY Wrestling Podcast for Smackdown Live. My name is Gordon Maston, and once again, DIY Wrestling Podcast, Smackdown. And you know what? This was a bit of an average episode of Smackdown. It's better than last week. I'd say, for grading on yesterday, like on the scale of Raw and everything, I'm saying this was better. Excuse me, better than Raw. Yeah, it was better than Raw. But these episodes of SmackDown still aren't where they need to be. They just aren't. Like, SmackDown is not in a place where I figure it should be. Like, because, like, if you go back to SmackDown, like, there was just, like, you know, when you're watching, like, a good era of wrestling, you just, like, enjoy it every single week and are in love with absolutely everything that happens, no matter what. You just feel like you're biased about it because, like, everything just happens to be a hit. Everything just happens to be an absolute hit. That's how I feel personally about this episode, not this episode, about the SmackDowns that were being presented back then. The SmackDowns that were being presented back then were special. They had a special aura about them, and they felt special. And that's not what tonight was. That's not what SmackDown has been since, I'd say, since after WrestleMania. And before I get into that personally, let me also say something here real quick. Last week's Lucha Underground, the DIY Wrestling Podcast, live reactions that was supposed to be, it actually happened for a little bit, and then I had to go to the bathroom, and then I realized the laptop died, and I was not going to come back mid-match because, like, here's the thing, my computer battery has just been so lately. So if I decide to, like, leave it without the charger on it, it's going to do that. And I had a thought that it was doing that, but I wasn't really for sure, so I left it for a second while I went to go use the bathroom, came back, and it had died. So I'm just like, crap, can't come back mid-match now. I'm not going to have two parts up to a live reaction video that literally should just be one part and literally, no pun intended, all night long as Lucha Underground would go, which is that standard hour. But we all understand what I mean. So I just got so frustrated and flustered. I'm like, forget it. I'll just make a formal review next week. And by the way, I'm just going to say now, you guys hear any noise, like any yelling or anything, this is my family upstairs watching videos. Sorry. Not really much I can do about that. But what I can do is review SmackDown. So we started tonight's episode with the Women's Money in the Bank. Yeah, the Women's Money in the Bank contract ceremony thing. Oh, wait, why is my camera not on yet? Yeah, the Women's Money in the Bank Money in the Bank contract situation. And if I'm being completely honest, this was just your standard situation. And WWE seemed to trick me again because I'm thinking, oh, we're just doing a presentation of this. Just, all 6 women in the ring. All 5 women in the ring. We're not just going to, turn this into some kind of tag match. Then Naomi comes out. I'm still thinking this is not going to be some kind of convoluted way to find a tag match. And I'm just like, oh, we're all good. There's no tag match. Next thing you know, enter Naomi. Here comes the tag match. Naomi, Becky Lynch, Charlotte versus the Welcoming Committee. Welcoming Committee. Well, not Welcoming Committee. Fire, Glow, and Flare, as they called themselves at one point. Eat that Swift L. I mean, they eat that Swift L. And this match was nothing special. And from what I heard, guys, I remember when I told you SmackDown was being booked by, like, Road Dogg or whatever. And in this Road Dogg era, this Road Dogg era, it's like he views getting over the way it was viewed in his day, or the way he got over. Short matches and a lot of story and promo, which is, there's nothing wrong with a lot of story and promo, but can I just acknowledge this for 1 second? And this may come off as a bit controversial to some people because I know I have a lot of people on my channel who are, really old school in the way that you do things. But this is more or less an era of work rate, honestly. Like, your mic skill and all that stuff comes second. Can I just say pure example, a guy like Shinsuke Nakamura? Shinsuke Nakamura, yes, he has charisma within the stuff he does. but literally that man is a 4-star plus matchmaking machine. And if Nakamura never had any of the bangers he did back in New Japan, he would not be here right now, because he sure don't get over on his mic work. That is not a thing Shinsuke Nakamura does not get over on. And when he did do mic work in NXT, it was short, sweet, and impactful, or it was like funny, or it's like chin. And mic work is not something right now that gets over this much in this new era. Like, honestly, this is not a new era. I'm not gonna call it the new era. Actually, it is a new era. You know why? Because it's a new era that's based on work rate, strictly work rate. That's what this is based on. This is based on strictly 110% work rate. Guys like Owens, once again, a guy like that who does have a lot of skill in the mic, work rate. I'll even give another example. Guys like Roderick Strong, Hideo Itami, guys like that who are in this company, even though they're in NXT. I'll even give another guy in the main roster who was a strictly work rate guy that came up. Tyler Black isn't Seth Rollins. I mean, we know Rollins has, developed some pretty good chops on the mic at this point. He's come a far away from where he was, yes. But at the same time, oh my God, if you would have ever figured he got in WWE and was successful, you were like, Tyler Black got in? Dude can't talk on the mic for shit. If he would have saved his mother and father, he wouldn't be able to talk on the mic for shit. No, they've turned that around. But still, he was mainly signed for his work rate. Guys like Killian Dane, I don't want to say explicitly Killian Dane. The cruiserweights were signed literally just to work. And honestly, on 205 Live, they're not doing enough of that, and they're not being given enough freedom, which is why the show is failing. But that's a whole other conversation for a whole other day. I feel like what I'm saying is we are in a work rate era. Like, yes, like we care about story and everything, but we're in a work rate based era. And I don't think I can hammer that home enough. Like, El Generico was never a guy who really spoke. Sami Zayn gets a character and he becomes this underdog, yes. But Sami Zayn, if you look at Sami Zayn, you're like, yeah, he has good promos and everything. But I feel like that's secondary because of how much of a masterful worker that man is. Ambrose had the promo chops, but he was still putting on, like, I'm not gonna say crazy good, like, great matches, even though he did that in FCW. But like in CZW, he was doing the shock factor, gory stuff, and he was a good storyteller on a microphone. So if you want to say there's a guy for story, but yeah, who can still put on, like pretty good stuff in the ring, that's Dean Ambrose. Like, I feel like that's why, like, it's I don't really know how to explain it. Like, guys like Luke Harper, work rate, stuff like that. Like, I feel like I'm just hammering the point home. What I was saying was this Money in the Bank women's contract signing turned into a 6-woman tag, and it wasn't anything special. Lana comes out, swoops Naomi's leg, because Naomi came out in the middle of the contract in the briefcase presentation to, basically make fun of her. Like, Naomi got made fun of Lana. Lana was told she couldn't be in Money in the Bank. So later in the night, she ends up getting a championship set. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Up next on the show, I don't even remember what we had personally. I gotta scroll here. I know this is so professional of me, but anybody who's been watching me, you obviously know at this point this is what we end up doing. Up next was the Fashion Files segment, where they were basically looking at colognes, and Tyler Breeze just ends up dressing up, and it's the funniest thing in the world. The New Day walks in to the black and white room where Febreze, Breezango, whatever you want to call them at this point, where they are. And then I was hoping the New Day was just like, why are we black and white? They end up black and white. And it's funny that I can mention this, that the Vaudevillains were on Smackdown and Raw, obviously Aiden English and Simon Gotch when they were a team. And Tyler Breeze and Fandango have gotten more black and white time, like time in black and white for their gimmick, than the Vaudevillains were presented for theirs. Like, Vince was like, okay, the first few weeks, we're going to do this black and white thing. Next thing you know, okay, yeah, get this shit off my goddamn fucking programming. It's garbage. Like, they were not presented in black and white anymore for a certain amount of time. And it basically, I'm not going to say it killed their gimmick. There were a lot of things that led to the downfall of the Vaudevillains. It was just like, that was not a main roster made gimmick. It just wasn't, it was never made to succeed anywhere further than Full Sail University. And yeah, that's pretty much about that. So I guess we can keep going on with what I was saying. They basically ask for, I guess, like plans, like not plans, but they ask for, tips on their opponents for not SummerSlam, for Money in the Bank. Fabrice and Fandango, and they're basically told, "Oh, yeah, well, here's the thing. We're gonna give you like 3 boxes full of stuff. One of them has a day one at Shody, and he's like, do you know what their day one? Do you know how their day one is H or something like that? Is what Bree says or something like that. I think it was Bree. I don't know who it was, but it was funny. No, I think it was Dongo who said, like, Fandango who said, like, do you know why their day one is H? That was awesome. Personally, that put like the biggest face. That was awesome. Okay. So next we get what do we get? I'll put my phone down and I expect myself to remember. I think we got the New Day in-ring debut on SmackDown, which we actually no, that wasn't next. It was AJ Styles versus Dolph Ziggler. AJ Styles got the win. He goes for like a roll through for a pin, turns it around, turns it up into the Styles Clash, and gets the win. Here's the problem I have. Like, you used to have those matches on SmackDown, and usually they probably involve like guys like Styles or Ambrose, or maybe like a good tag team match. But no, like, Styles gets a match with Dolph Ziggler. I think that's like at least maybe 10 minutes, not even. And it just ends in Styles getting a win with 50-50 booking, and it just looks horrible. It's horrible. The match itself isn't like horrible because AJ Styles knows how to make whatever he's presented with look at least good to decent at best, and like, if not at worst decent. Like, anything AJ Styles does in a ring and a squared circle never really looks terrible. But like, this match, just not given enough time. That's just about it. And there's no matches on SmackDown anymore that usually steal the show. They usually make you go like, wow, that was a solid episode of SmackDown, but that one match put it over the top. This had the potential to be that one match that put it over the top tonight. Either this or the main event, and they both, when I say they both fell flat of expectation. Like, we had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens in the main event of SmackDown, and we couldn't even get anything solid out of that. Like, their match was like once again, that was another decent match. We'll get to it when we get to it, but like, I like the finish that AJ had. It was unique. It was sweet. It was cool. I get it. I like it. But it was whatever, honestly. This match was just whatever. It's 50-50 booking. Here, AJ, we're just going to throw you a ball back for making you lose in your hometown last week. Here you go, 50-50 booking. This is the reason why no one can get over, because the fans, like, you can't blame, like, okay, if I'm a wrestling fan and I'm saying to my friend, hey, you know what? Like, you know what? This AJ Styles guy is sweet. This Dolph Ziggler guy is awesome. AJ loses to Ziggler last week in the terms that he did. It's like, oh, okay. And then the next week, AJ wins. I told you AJ was good. Yeah, but he's not. I'm not saying he's better than Ziggler because Ziggler beat him. You can't further one person over another, because one week the person you like will win. The other week the person you like will lose. And then it's just, well, you're 50-50. There is really no, this guy's better, that guy's better. If you're presenting it to someone who doesn't watch wrestling, okay? Like, you can't do that. Like, if I'm okay, like, say I'm presenting Roman Reigns to somebody who doesn't watch wrestling, and they watch about 6 months, 5 Raw pay-per-views. They're gonna think Roman Reigns is a motherfucking GOAT. It's simple. They're gonna think Roman Reigns is the absolute 110% GOAT. Okay. That being said, that's just an example. So we're gonna move. And with that being said, we're going to forward ourselves, and we're going to go on to what's next. Oh yeah, not the Usos, Mojo Rawley versus Jinder Mahal, and there's a story that goes in this. So Mojo Rawley basically comes backstage, says, "Hey, I'm the winner of the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I'm not throwing a bone. I'm not even Money in the Bank." He's like, "I want to be Money in the Bank." He says, "Okay, if you win tonight, you'll be a Money in the Bank." Like, just simple as that. He's like, "Give me an opportunity. This is a winner opportunity." Okay, Jinder Mahal, WWE champion. You beat him before. Go out there and do it again. Mojo's like, I'm digging it. Goes out there, and he loses to the Colossus, Jinder Mahal's finisher, and the Jinder Brigade and the Jinder World Tour rolls on. So hold on here, guys. The Jinder World Tour continues, and we have to celebrate the Jinder World Tour. And there's only one way I know we can celebrate the Jinder World Tour. There's the only way I know of it. But you know what? My computer is acting really dumb right now. Okay. Well, while I'm sitting here trying to celebrate the that goody good gender brigade, let's just say this match once again, nothing special. Jinder gets the win, and this is where you can say like WWE finally built the guy. Like Jinder wasn't nobody. Like he started winning recently, and he's been winning more often. Like ever since he's won that match against Sammy, I don't think Jinder has lost once. And they've made this guy look $1 million. They gave him the OD'd out entrance tonight. This man was sitting there bringing a carpet into the ring. The Singh brothers sitting there with their hands held in the air for this man. They made Jinder look like, no, I'm sorry, Sasha Banks, to steal this from you, and I never thought I'd steal it to say something about someone like Jinder Mahal, but they're making Jinder look a legit boss. And I'm actually behind. Oh, God. It's like, it's not a guy that someone, like, that people want built, but at least they're building somebody and actually, like, building them from the ground up. And it's not as bad as everyone like says it is. Like, yeah, his mic work may not be 110% there, but the guy himself, like he's not horrible in the ring. He's above average. Not really that much wrong with him. Okay. But otherwise, I mean, all right. Now, what was I gonna say next? After the Jinder win, he basically cuts a promo from there, saying that Randy Orton, you know, you're gonna beat him, modern day Maharaja, you know, stuff like that. I don't really remember much in the promo, but you know, it was basically standard, regular promo. Okay, so this is what I was gonna do, boys, to celebrate the Gender Brigade. Excuse me one moment here. All right, we're all gonna celebrate together. You boys ready to celebrate together? We're gonna celebrate together. If you can hear it, hands up. Hands up for Tinder. All right. We're done here. Hands up out here for Jinder motherfucking Mahal. Jinder motherfucking Mahal, man. Okay. All right. We're done. I'm pretty sure I just lost about 10 subscribers. Okay, it was worth it. So up next is the New Day. I kept saying the New Day. The New Day versus the Clones. I guess like the New Day beating the Clones is like a good, you know, thumbs up for Breeze and Fandango, so they can now do more investigation on the Clones clone. I don't understand. Okay. Up next, we had a Sami Zayn interview who was supposed to be on commentary for tonight's main event of Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens. And he was basically, it's awesome here because before Zayn gets attacked by Corbin and beat up and Corbin goes up to take Zayn's spot on commentary, Sami Zayn scientifically breaks down why Shinsuke Nakamura is so, like, I guess this is like Vince's description of it. Like, it's not his in-ring work that you have to, like, keep an eye on. It's the man's charisma. Like, he just started going on and on and on and on about how Nakamura's charisma is so unique, how it's so good, how it's so this, how it's like he just broke him down. Like, he's like, it combines with his in-ring work. His in-ring work isn't the only thing, which is like, it's like an explanation of what I said earlier with like Nakamura's work rate. And then you add the charisma on his work rate, which just makes him like, I don't mean to throw any shots at Japanese guys here, but most Japanese guys do not have that much charisma. They're not that charismatic. Nakamura has the charisma to be in WWE. Plus, he's a golden star. No offense to Kota Ibushi when I say that, at creating 4+ star matches. Like, that is incredible. Okay. So that being said, Zayn gets attacked after that, gets thrown into a couple of ladders, gets hit with the ladder, and Corbin takes his spot and gains no heat from it. No heat at all. After which, who do we main event. Nakamura, Owens, and like I said before, Nakamura wins. Kinshasa clean. All right then. This is what I get. Nakamura wins. No heat. No heat. Nakamura wins. I want to say the fans care. It just seems like they honestly don't. Corbin attacks Nakamura. No heat. Because Corbin has been losing to Sami Zayn and has not been really relevant. Once again, this is another dip off of SmackDown. It feels like Baron Corbin has not been important. Corbin has not been important since SmackDown was good. That's what it feels like to me. Or if I really want to dig into it, I can say since he lost the Intercontinental Championship match to Dean Ambrose. But that's neither here nor there because it doesn't really matter at this point. Corbin has to reestablish himself and get over. And I feel like the best way to get Corbin over is to have that man win Money in the Bank. But wait, hold on one second. Okay, yeah. To have him win Money in the Bank. I said they're going to be him or Zayn. And I say, I keep on hearing they want to make Baron Corbin huge. While they make Zayn, I feel like Sami Zayn should not be rushed whatsoever. And it is what it is. But I'm sorry once again for the noise. Family down here. My aunt was doing triple burgers. But hey, it is what it is. Whatever. But yeah, honestly, if I'm looking at it like this, you want to go objectively. You want to go down the list of Money in the Bank contenders to see who's going to win this. AJ, everyone's favorite's AJ. Corbin. Well, not Corbin. Ziggler, no, just absolutely not. They wouldn't do anything with Ziggler. Owens looks like he's going to be in the U.S. Championship feud with Nakamura afterward because Nakamura's pinned this man the last 3 weeks. And I think that's out of it, all the guys. I'm probably forgetting somebody that's in this. AJ, Ziggler, Owens, Nakamura, and at least done a Corbin and Zayn. Corbin is a strong pick. Zayn is the underdog pick for them to honestly go for to win this. And honestly, if they really have an investment in this Corbin and Zayn thing, what they honestly could do is have Zayn eventually beat Jinder Mahal for the title, bring it back full circle, and say, I should have been the one who won that match, who got the opportunity out of the six-pack challenge. Have Zayn win, Corbin cash in, Corbin win. Simple as that. So, that being said, I'm going to say this much. Thank you for watching the SmackDown Live review. I'm Dave Barber Wrestling Podcast, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.